Most people don't realize this, but your habits reveal your strength long before your words do. And some habits, small, subtle, easy to overlook, quietly make you look weaker than you truly are. Today, we're fixing that. Because once you remove these habits, your presence becomes sharper, stronger, and impossible to ignore. Seneca once said, "What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others." But there's another truth hidden beneath it. What you repeatedly do is who you become. These 8 habits drain your confidence, lower your presence, and make people take you less seriously. Remove them, and you'll change how people treat you almost overnight. Stay until the end. Number 8 is the habit that destroys silent power the fastest. 1. Over-explaining yourself. The silent signal of insecurity. Most people don't realize this, but the moment you start over-explaining, you're telling the world that you doubt yourself. You're not just sharing information, you're trying to convince people to accept it. And the more you try to convince others, the less they believe in you. Think about it. Strong people say what they mean and move forward. Weak people say what they mean, then go back to justify it, clarify it, soften it, or make it more acceptable. Over-explaining sounds like, "I only said that because I didn't mean it like that. I hope that didn't upset you. I just wanted to make sure you understand." You may not feel weak when you do it, but this habit quietly tells people, "My confidence depends on how you react." And once you give someone that power, your presence begins to shrink. Here's the truth. Confident people don't explain unless it's necessary. They don't justify every decision. They don't break down their thoughts to earn approval. They don't manage people's emotions so they won't be misunderstood. They trust their intention. They trust their clarity. And most importantly, they trust their right to stand by what they say. This is what makes them appear stronger. Over-explaining comes from a fear of being misjudged. But here's the twist. The more you fear being misjudged, the more people actually judge you. Why? Because insecurity is loud, very loud. When you constantly explain yourself, people assume you lack confidence, you feel guilty, you're unsure of your choices, you're seeking permission. Even when none of that is true, your words may be right, but the energy behind them feels weak. Silence is often stronger than justification. Sometimes the most powerful response is a calm nod, a steady expression, a simple, confident pause. People respect those who don't scramble to prove themselves. You don't owe everyone an explanation. You don't need to defend every decision. You don't need to open your entire mind just because someone questioned you. Strong people don't fear misunderstanding. They know who they are, and that's enough. When you stop over-explaining, everything changes. Your voice becomes firmer, your boundaries become clearer, your presence becomes stronger. People start treating your words as final. They stop questioning your decisions. They stop taking advantage of your desire to be understood. You shift from, "Please see my value," to, "You'll see my value in how I act." And that shift is what turns weakness into authority. 2. Laughing. After every sentence, a habit that quietly undermines your strength. Most people don't realize this, but nervous laughter is one of the fastest ways to make yourself look unsure, insecure, and easily influenced. It may seem harmless, a small laugh, a giggle, a soft chuckle after speaking, but to others, it communicates something deeper. I'm not confident in what I just said. Because confident people don't laugh to soften their words. They don't laugh to make others more comfortable. They don't laugh to fill silence. They speak, and they let their words stand on their own. Why nervous? Laughing makes you look weak. People laugh when they feel anxious, unsure, awkward, uncomfortable, afraid of judgment. It's an unconscious attempt to say, please don't take me too seriously. Please don't criticize me. Please like me. But here's the truth. When you constantly laugh after speaking, people struggle to take you seriously, even if your words are wise. Your message loses weight. Your presence loses authority. Your energy loses depth. Because laughter, in the wrong place, becomes a shield for insecurity. People notice. When you're not comfortable in your own skin, nervous laughter is a way of shrinking yourself. It's a subtle apology disguised as a smile. Instead of standing firm in your thoughts, you soften them, blur them, or laugh them away, hoping others won't judge you. But ironically, this makes people judge you more. They think, he seems unsure. He doesn't believe in what he's saying. He's trying too hard to please. And whether they mean to or not, they start seeing you as less confident. Strong people don't fear silence. Weak people fill silence with nervous energy. Strong people allow silence to exist. Stoic presence comes from pausing without fear, speaking without softening your tone, holding eye contact without breaking into a laugh, allowing your words to remain unedited. Most people talk to escape silence. Strong people use silence to project power. When you stop laughing nervously, you immediately seem more grounded, more certain, more sure of yourself. Your expression should match your message. If you're saying something serious but laughing right after, you confuse people. Your words say confidence. Your face says insecurity. Your message says strength. Your tone says softness. This mismatch weakens your presence instantly. But when your face, voice, and energy align, people feel your authenticity, and authenticity commands respect. Controlled expression equals controlled perception. When you remove unnecessary laughter, you communicate confidence, clarity, composure, self-respect. Your words carry more weight. Your presence feels more stable. People listen differently. They sense your conviction. They feel your seriousness. They recognize your inner security. And suddenly, you're no longer seen as the nervous one in the room. You're the grounded one, the one who doesn't need approval, the one who doesn't try to entertain, the one who doesn't adjust himself to make others comfortable. When you stop nervous, laughing, you become more respectable. People take you more seriously. They treat you with more respect. They listen more closely, because calmness communicates strength, composure communicates confidence, stillness communicates self-mastery. Strong people don't hide behind laughter. They trust their presence enough to let silence do the talking. And when you learn to do the same, your entire identity shifts upward. 3. Apologizing for everything. The habit that quietly lowers your worth. There's a powerful truth most people don't realize. Every unnecessary apology makes you look smaller, and the world responds to you based on the size you present. When sorry becomes your default word, when it slips out before every request, every question, every step you take, you slowly train people to see you as someone who expects to be wrong. Not because you are wrong, but because you act like you are. The psychological problem with over-apologizing. Over-apologizing tells people, I'm afraid of offending you. I'm unsure of my place. I don't think I deserve to take up space. Please accept me. Even when you don't say those words out loud, the message is sent through your tone, your hesitation, your body language. People pick up on it instantly. Unnecessary apologies act like verbal shrinking. You reduce your presence so others can feel comfortable. But here's the truth. Strong people don't apologize for existing. They apologize only when they genuinely caused harm. Not when they breathe, not when they speak, not when they take initiative. Sorry becomes a habit when you fear disapproval. Most people who over-apologize aren't weak. They're overly aware. They monitor themselves constantly. They overthink every move. They want to avoid conflict, judgment, or disappointment. So they use sorry as a shield. It's an attempt to soften their presence, to appear harmless, to avoid friction. But ironically, it has the opposite effect. People start to see you as unsure, passive, and easily influenced. The more you apologize, the less people take you seriously. When every sentence begins with sorry, your words lose weight. Sorry, can I add something? Now your point feels weak. Sorry, I just wanted to say, now you look unsure. Sorry, could you help me? Now you sound like a burden. The apology becomes a filter that drains the strength from your message before you even deliver it. You train people to see you as someone who must ask permission just to exist. This is a habit that severely damages your presence, especially for men trying to project calm, grounded, stoic strength. Strong people apologize with intention, not emotion. A strong apology looks like this: specific, direct, honest, firm. Weak apologies look like this: excessive, automatic, emotional, unnecessary. When you apologize with intention, people respect you. When you apologize out of fear, people overlook you. Intent creates the difference. Replace unnecessary apologies with respectful certainty. Instead of, sorry, could you move a little? Say, could you move a little, please? Instead of, sorry to bother you. Say, do you have a moment? Instead of, sorry for asking. Say, I have a question. You can still be polite without making yourself small. This is what Stoic strength looks like in conversation. Standing firm in yourself changes how others treat you. When you stop apologizing for everything, this happens almost immediately. People respect your presence more. Your voice carries more weight. You appear more confident and grounded. Others stop talking over you. You stop attracting people who take advantage of softness. Most importantly, you begin to feel your own value, because the moment you remove unnecessary apologies, you stop giving the world permission to treat you as less. You start showing up as someone who belongs, not someone who needs constant acceptance. And people will feel that shift instantly. 4. Seeking validation. Too often, the habit that silently drains your confidence. There is one behavior that instantly weakens your presence, one that people can sense even if you never say it out loud: constantly looking for reassurance. Validation seeking doesn't just make you look unsure, it makes you look dependent. Every time you ask someone to confirm your worth, your decisions, your ideas, or your abilities, you hand them your power. You may think you're being polite or thoughtful, but here's what people actually hear. Tell me who I am. Tell me if I'm enough. Tell me if I'm doing life correctly. And the moment your confidence depends on others, you stop being the author of your own identity. Validation is a human need, but too much of it is a weakness. Everyone likes to feel supported. Everyone likes encouragement. Everyone enjoys acknowledgement. But the problem begins when you depend on it. When you constantly need someone to say, "Does this look okay? Do you think I made the right choice? Was I good enough? Do you like it? Do you think they liked me?" You shift from self-trust to crowd trust. And the crowd is inconsistent, unstable, emotional, biased. If your confidence is tied to other people, your confidence will always be unstable. People respect those who stand by their decisions. Think about this. When someone speaks with certainty, even if they're wrong, they project strength. When someone keeps doubting themselves, even when they're right, they project insecurity. People notice this immediately. Confidence is not always about correctness. It's about conviction. And conviction cannot exist if you're constantly searching for someone to validate it. Validation seeking makes you look like a follower. Not intentionally, but psychologically, yes. When you rely on others to tell you who you are, your choices look dependent, your direction looks confused, your presence looks unstable. People instinctively categorize you as someone who needs guidance, not someone who provides it. And in social dynamics, that pushes you down the hierarchy. Saying, "What do you think?" is fine. Saying it after every sentence is weakness. The Stoic stands by his own judgment. Stoic philosophy teaches a simple principle. Your approval of yourself matters more than the approval of others. It doesn't mean you ignore feedback. It means you don't crave it. A Stoic acts from internal clarity, not external applause. He knows that. Not everyone will understand him. Not everyone will like his choices. Not everyone will support his path. And that's okay, because the goal is not to be universally liked. It is to be internally aligned. When your decisions come from your values, you stop needing validation to feel worthy. Validation seeking often comes from childhood conditioning. Many people grew up in environments where they were criticized too quickly. Nothing they did was ever enough. Love depended on performance. Mistakes were punished. Approval was rare. So now, as adults, they constantly seek reassurance to avoid the discomfort of uncertainty. But here's the truth. You're not a child anymore. You don't need permission to take up space. You don't need applause to breathe confidently. You are allowed to trust yourself. Replace validation seeking with self-verification. Instead of asking, "Is this good enough?" Ask yourself, "Do I believe in this?" Instead of, "Did I do well?" Ask, "Did I give my best?" Instead of, "Do they like me?" Ask, "Am I proud of how I handled myself?" Self-verification builds inner strength, the kind that nobody can take away. Because when you trust your own judgment, you no longer need approval. You simply appreciate it when it comes. People respect those who don't need to be constantly reassured. When you stop asking for validation, your presence becomes more solid, your voice becomes more confident, your decisions gain authority, your relationships become healthier, manipulators lose control over you. The less you need from others, the more powerful you appear. And the moment your self-worth comes from within, your whole identity transforms. You go from, "Tell me I'm enough," to, "I know I'm enough, and I act like it." And that shift is the foundation of unshakable confidence. 5. Complaining more than you act. The habit that slowly destroys your strength. There is no habit that weakens a person faster, quicker, and more quietly than the habit of complaining. Complaining feels harmless. It feels natural. It feels like expressing yourself. But here's the truth most people avoid. Complaining is a confession of powerlessness. Every time you complain, you're telling the world, I can't change this. I'm overwhelmed. I'm a victim of my circumstances. I'm waiting for someone else to fix my life. And people respond to you based on the energy you project. When your words are heavy with helplessness, your presence becomes lighter, weaker, easier to overlook. Complaining doesn't solve the problem, it magnifies it. When something goes wrong, weak people blame, vent gossip, repeat the story, justify their lack of action. The more they talk about the problem, the larger it becomes in their mind. They turn small obstacles into dramatic narratives, and those narratives drain their energy. Strong people do the opposite. They ask one question: what can I do about it? If there's something they can control, they act. If there's nothing they can control, they accept and move forward. No extra noise, no emotional theatrics, no unnecessary analysis, just clarity. Complaining makes you look like someone who has lost control. People judge your strength not by your emotions, but by how you respond to adversity. When you constantly complain, it signals you lack solutions, you lack direction, you lack inner stability, you lack resilience. Even if you don't mean to, complaining broadcasts weakness. It attracts pity, but not respect. It attracts sympathy, but not trust. People don't follow complainers. They tolerate them until they find someone stronger. Action is the language of strength. When something goes wrong in a Stoic's life, he doesn't crumble, he doesn't dramatize, he doesn't narrate the issue 10 times to 10 different people. He observes, he adjusts, he acts. Strong people use adversity as fuel. Weak people use it as conversation. Which one do you think commands respect? Complaining makes you mentally lazy. Your brain adapts to your habits. If you constantly complain, your mind becomes better at noticing problems and worse at noticing solutions. You train your mind to expect failure, exaggerate obstacles, assume negativity, avoid responsibility. Before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle where things always seem wrong because you've conditioned yourself to look for what's wrong. This is why complaining is dangerous. It doesn't just weaken how people see you, it weakens how you see yourself. People distance themselves from complainers. Even if they don't say it, people feel drained around someone who constantly vents. They sense the heaviness, they sense the negative energy, they sense the lack of accountability, and slowly, quietly, they pull away. Because people want to be near strength, not exhaustion. When you reduce complaining, your energy becomes lighter, cleaner, more attractive. People gravitate toward you instead of away from you. The Stoic mindset: replace complaints with choices. Instead of, this is too hard, say, this is an opportunity to grow. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Say, what can I learn here? Instead of, this is unfair, say, life owes me nothing, but I owe myself effort. This is not positive thinking, it is power thinking. The mindset of someone who refuses to let circumstances dictate their character. Your strength shows in how you carry your burdens. Everyone has problems, everyone struggles, everyone faces moments of pain. Weak people broadcast these moments. Strong people transform them privately. You don't need to pretend to be perfect, but you also don't need to narrate every wound. Some of your strongest moments will be the ones no one sees except you. Because strength is not loud, strength is persistent. And when people see that you can endure without collapsing into complaints, your presence becomes quietly powerful. They feel your resilience, and they respect it. 6. Being too available, the habit that lowers your value. Without you realizing it. One of the fastest ways to look weak is to make yourself available to everyone, all the time, without boundaries, without standards, without limits. It sounds generous. It sounds kind. It sounds like you're being a good person. But to others, it sends a very different message. My time is cheap. My energy is unlimited. And I have nothing more important than you. And when your presence feels too accessible, people stop valuing it. Scarcity creates value. Availability destroys it. Human psychology is simple. What is rare feels valuable. What is easily accessible feels replaceable. If people know you always answer immediately, you always say yes, you always adjust your schedule, you always show up no matter what, then they naturally begin to assume your life has no direction, no structure, no mission. Even if you are hardworking, even if you have goals, even if you are ambitious, your behavior tells another story, and people respond more to what you show than what you say. Being too available signals you don't prioritize yourself. Availability becomes weakness when it reveals that you don't protect your time, you don't set boundaries, you don't value your own goals, you don't put yourself first. When you drop everything for others, you teach them to expect it. And once they expect it, they stop appreciating it. Your kindness becomes routine. Your presence becomes ordinary. Your effort becomes assumed. There is nothing strong about a man who abandons his priorities to meet everyone else's. Strength is not in being used. It's in knowing where to draw the line. People respect those who respect their own time. A man who says, "I can't right now, I'm focused on something," or "I'll get back to you when I'm free," or "I'm not available today," sounds strong, not rude. He shows that he has direction, purpose, standards, a life that matters, and people are far more attracted to and respectful of someone who isn't always waiting for them. Because when you limit your availability, your presence becomes intentional, not automatic, and intention always feels valuable. You attract users when you have no boundaries. When you're too available, you unintentionally attract people who take advantage, drain your energy, expect constant access, never reciprocate, only show up when they need something. Users look for people who don't say no, people who don't push back, people who don't know how to protect their peace. When you start setting boundaries, these people disappear and good people begin to enter. Your availability determines the quality of your relationships. Busy energy, not equal, important energy. Many people pretend to be busy so they can seem valuable, but Stoics understand a deeper truth. Real importance comes from real purpose. If your life is full of goals, discipline, structure, and self-improvement, you naturally become less available. Not because you are avoiding people, but because you are building yourself. And people feel that difference. A man who is rarely available because he is working on himself has far more presence than a man who is always available because he has nothing going on. Availability should be earned, not assumed. Not everyone should have equal access to you. Your time is a currency. Your presence is an investment. Your energy is a resource. Give it to those who value you, those who reciprocate, those who respect your boundaries, those who add to your life, limit it with, those who drain you, those who manipulate you, those who undervalue you, those who only come around when they need something. Being selective is not arrogance, it is maturity. When you stop being too available, everything changes. People start respecting your boundaries. They listen more when you speak. They treat your time with seriousness. They approach you more thoughtfully. They give more than they take. They value you more deeply. Because now, you're not the person who's always waiting around. You're the person who has something to protect. Your mission, your time, your peace, your purpose. And that is real strength. The less available you are to the wrong things, the more available you become to the right opportunities. 7. Avoiding eye contact, a silent habit that weakens your presence. Instantly, you can speak with confidence. You can dress well. You can say all the right things. But if your eyes cannot hold someone's gaze, your strength dissolves instantly. Avoiding eye contact is one of the clearest signals of insecurity, self-doubt, fear of judgment, lack of inner grounding, and people notice it long before they notice anything else about you. Your eyes communicate your confidence before your words do. When you look away too quickly, you send a silent message. I don't fully believe in myself. And the world responds to you based on that unspoken signal. Your eyes reveal your inner state, more than your voice ever will. When someone looks you in the eyes, they're not just looking at you, they're looking into you. They're searching for certainty, sincerity, conviction, stability, emotional control. If your eyes dart away, if they shift nervously, if you look down before speaking, you show hesitation in the place where strength should live. Eye contact isn't about intimidation, it's about presence. A grounded man is simply there, fully, calmly, unshaken, and people feel it immediately. Avoiding eye contact makes you look less certain of your words. You could be saying the smartest thing, the most powerful thing, the most meaningful thing, but without eye contact, it loses half its weight. Because your eyes tell people whether you stand behind your words, you believe what you're saying, you are speaking from confidence or fear. A message without eye contact is like a sword without a point. It hits, but it doesn't pierce. A calm, steady gaze amplifies your words more than volume ever could. People trust those who can hold their gaze. Controlled eye contact signals honesty, not aggressive staring, not dominance games, just steady, relaxed presence. When your eyes remain still and focused, people instinctively trust you more. They see you as more credible, more certain, more sincere, more self-assured. Eye contact persuades without effort. Silence plus gaze equals quiet power. Avoiding eye contact can invite disrespect. Here's the part people don't talk about. When you avoid eye contact, some personalities interpret it as weakness, not because they want to disrespect you, but because your energy doesn't signal boundaries or confidence. People tend to push those who appear hesitant, insecure, unsure of themselves. Without eye contact, you unintentionally place yourself lower in the social hierarchy. But with eye contact, you rise immediately, even without saying a word. Strong eye contact doesn't mean staring true. Stoic presence is not aggressive. It is calm, relaxed, and controlled. Proper eye contact feels like a slow inhale, a steady moment, a sense of being grounded, unhurried attention. You're not trying to dominate. You're not trying to intimidate. You're simply not running away. Most people avoid eye contact because they're trapped in their head. Strong people maintain it because they're grounded in their body. Your gaze shows whether you own your space. Avoiding eye contact says, "This space belongs to you." Holding eye contact says, "This space belongs to me too." You don't need to challenge anyone. You don't need to assert dominance. Your gaze alone shows that you exist with confidence. You don't shrink, you don't hide, you don't apologize for being present. And people feel that without a single word. When you improve your eye contact, everything changes. People start treating you differently. They listen more closely. They take your opinions more seriously. They respect your boundaries. They remember your presence because your gaze says, "I'm here, I'm steady, I believe in myself." And when you believe in yourself, others naturally begin to believe in you too. 8. Explaining your worth. Instead of showing it, the fastest way to look weak. Nothing makes a person look weaker than trying to convince others of their value. And the tragedy is this: most people who do it don't even realize they're doing it. They say things like, "I'm actually a good person. I'm very loyal, you know. I always support people. I'm not like everyone else. I would never do you wrong." They try to tell people who they are because deep down, they're afraid their actions aren't enough. But here's the truth: strong people don't explain their worth, they demonstrate it. Weak people advertise, strong people prove. When you explain your worth, you sound insecure. You might think you're showing confidence, but to others, it sounds like you're pleading, "Please believe I'm valuable. Please see the good in me. Please don't misjudge me." The moment you try to convince someone of your qualities, you reveal that you're not fully certain of them yourself, and people can sense it. Explaining your worth feels like strength, but it exposes vulnerability. It tells people, you need acceptance, you fear being misunderstood, you are unsure of your own value, you care too much about their opinion, and nothing makes you look weaker than needing to be approved. Value is not declared, it is displayed. A loyal person doesn't say, "I'm loyal." A disciplined person doesn't say, "I'm disciplined." A strong man doesn't say, "I'm strong." The moment you have to verbally announce these qualities, you lower the power of your presence. Because true value is quiet. People observe it, they feel it, they recognize it. You never need to promote it. Strong people let time reveal who they are. People with real depth understand something rare. Time exposes truth. Who you are will always show through your consistency, your decisions, your behavior under pressure, your treatment of others, your discipline, your silence, your boundaries. Strong people are patient with their reputation. They don't rush to prove themselves. They don't panic when misunderstood. They don't beg people to see their worth. They know the truth will eventually surface, and that is confidence at its highest level. Explaining your worth attracts the wrong people. When you over-explain your value, you attract people who want to take advantage, want you to prove yourself, want you to chase their approval, want you to work for their acceptance. Weak people need explanations. Strong people require evidence. If someone cannot see your value through your actions, your words won't change anything, and you shouldn't want them in your life anyway. Showing your worth silently is a form of power. When you stop announcing your qualities, your life begins to speak for you. people start noticing your discipline, your emotional control, your boundaries, your growth, your consistency, your calm strength. They respect you more because they discovered your value on their own. And humans value what they discover far more than what they're told. Silence is confidence. Explanation is insecurity. Here is the golden Stoic truth. If you know who you are, you don't need to explain. If you don't know who you are, explaining won't help. Strong people don't sell themselves. They simply live in a way that makes their worth undeniable. You don't say you're valuable. You become valuable. You don't say you're trustworthy. You live in a way that leaves no doubt. And once you reach this level of self-assurance, people treat you differently, not because of your words, but because of your energy. Your presence speaks first. Your actions speak louder. Your silence speaks last. And together, they form an unshakable reputation. Conclusion: strength isn't built by adding more. It's built by removing the habits that weaken you. When you stop apologizing, stop seeking validation, stop complaining, and stop proving your worth, your presence becomes sharper, calmer, and far more respected. Fix the small habits, and you transform the entire man. If you want more Stoic lessons that sharpen your mind and strengthen your character, subscribe to Nexus Mind. Your future self will thank you.